They say money can buy luxury, comfort, even admiration from strangers, but it cannot buy genuine love, nor protect a man from betrayal hidden behind pretty smiles. When Daniel, a young millionaire, decided to surprise his fiancée by returning home early, he expected joy, laughter, and warm embraces. Instead, what he saw shattered his heart and changed his life forever. For in the shadows of his own mansion, he discovered the woman he thought he loved treating his frail, elderly mother in a way no son could ever forgive. And the decision he made that night didn't just shock his fiancée, it shook everyone who later heard the story. Daniel Stone was the kind of man who inspired others. Born into poverty, he had clawed his way out with grit and unbreakable determination. Years of sleepless nights, endless sacrifices, and daring risks had finally paid off, making him one of the youngest millionaires in the city. Yet, despite his wealth, Daniel never forgot his roots. His mother, Maria Stone, a fragile woman in her late 70s, had been his anchor throughout the storms of life. She raised him single-handedly after his father abandoned them, working as a seamstress just to keep food on the table. To Daniel, she was more valuable than all the gold and diamonds in the world. That evening, after wrapping up a week-long business trip earlier than expected, Daniel decided not to call his fiancée Vanessa and instead return home unannounced. He wanted to surprise her with the engagement ring he had upgraded, a rare diamond that gleamed like the promise of forever. Vanessa was everything Daniel thought he needed: beautiful, charming, and sophisticated. She carried herself like royalty, and everyone admired her presence. Daniel believed she would be the perfect partner to stand by his side as he built his empire. Driving back, his heart was light, his mind full of plans, how he would propose again, this time with his mother present to witness their joy. Because to Daniel, if Vanessa and his mother could share love and respect, his world would finally be complete. But fate had other plans. The mansion was quiet when he entered. No servants bustling, no cheerful greetings. He found it strange, but thought perhaps Vanessa had asked the staff to leave early for privacy. As he walked through the halls, the silence grew heavier. Then he heard it, the sharp, bitter voice of Vanessa echoing from the living room. "You useless old woman, how dare you touch my things? Do you think this is your house?" Daniel froze, his chest tightened. He peeked inside, and his world turned upside down. There, on the marble floor, his mother knelt, holding her stomach in pain. Standing over her with rage in her eyes was Vanessa. She lifted her foot and kicked Maria again, shouting, "Stay out of my way! You're nothing but a burden to Daniel. Once we're married, I'll put you in a home where you belong." Daniel felt fire rush through his veins. His hand tightened around the box carrying the diamond ring. This was the woman he had trusted with his heart. The woman he planned to spend his life with. His eyes burned as tears threatened to spill, but he held them back. For a moment, he couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Then something inside him snapped. The sound of Daniel's voice cut through the room like thunder. "Vanessa." She spun around, her face drained of color. "Daniel, you're home. I can explain." But Daniel wasn't listening. He rushed to his mother kneeling beside her. "Mom, are you hurt?" "Did she?" His voice cracked as he saw the bruises forming on her fragile arms. Maria, trembling, tried to brush it off. "I'm fine, son. Don't be angry. It's nothing." But her eyes, wet with tears, told the truth. She had been enduring this cruelty in silence. Daniel's jaw clenched. He stood slowly, his tall frame towering over Vanessa, who now fumbled for words. "It's not what you think. Your mother was interfering." Interfering. Daniel's voice was sharp, laced with fury. "That woman is the reason I am who I am today. She sacrificed everything for me, and you dared." His hand shook, but not from weakness. From the storm raging within him. He pulled the ring box from his pocket and opened it. Vanessa's eyes lit up for a second, thinking he was about to forgive her. But Daniel's voice grew cold, cutting through her hope like ice. "This diamond," he said, "was meant for the woman who would share not just my wealth, but my soul. Clearly that woman is not you." With that, he crushed the box shut and hurled it into the fireplace. The diamond that once symbolized love disappeared into flames. Vanessa gasped. You can't do this to me!" "Do you know who I am?" "Everyone admires me, Daniel. Without me, you'll—" Daniel raised a hand, silencing her. "Without you, I'll finally have peace." His next action shocked not only Vanessa but the entire household. Instead of throwing her out immediately, Daniel summoned the staff and gathered them in the living room. He wanted witnesses. In front of everyone, he revealed the truth. This woman, whom I almost married, abused my mother in my own home. Let it be known, I will never ever stand by anyone who disrespects the woman who gave me life. Gasps filled the room. Vanessa tried to protest, but her reputation crumbled then and there. The staff escorted her out, her cries echoing down the halls. Daniel didn't flinch. That night, he sat by his mother's bedside, holding her hand. She whispered weakly, "I didn't want you to know, Daniel. I didn't want to ruin your happiness." Daniel shook his head, his voice breaking. "You are my happiness, Mom. No one who hurts you will ever have a place in my life." From that day forward, Daniel made a vow, not to let flashy appearances blind him again. He poured his love into protecting his mother, ensuring her days were filled with comfort and joy. As for Vanessa, the world eventually learned of her cruelty, and the same society that once admired her turned its back. And Daniel, he carried a message for everyone who listened to his story. True love is proven in how someone treats the people you love most, not in how perfect they look in public. By the end, the story leaves viewers with a strong, inspiring message. Wealth and success mean nothing without respect for family, and a son's greatest duty is to honor the mother who sacrificed everything for him.